Well, hello there, and welcome back to the Property Pod, your go-to source for insight into the UK property and mortgage market.
I'm your host, and as always, this episode is proudly sponsored by the Finance Family, a growing financial services business providing simple, clear, no-nonsense advice, all with a strong customer-first ethos. If you're after proper guidance on mortgages, protection, or financial planning, the Finance Family are exactly the kind of people you'll want in your corner. Right, today we're tackling a topic that's really shaping the market at the moment: affordability and the growing risk for borrowers. We've all felt it. Rates are higher than they were just a few years ago, and as a result, the share of income going towards mortgage payments has climbed sharply. In fact, one analysis from the insurance surgery found that payments now account for about 23% of a typical household's income. That's the highest we've seen since 2008. That's a striking figure, and it really underscores how stretched many homeowners and would-be buyers are feeling right now. On top of that, FCA data shows that mortgage advances have dropped off quite dramatically, down around 24% in the most recent quarter. That's not just a blip. It's a sign that the market is tightening, with lenders becoming more cautious and fewer people able to meet the affordability thresholds. First-time buyers in particular are feeling the squeeze. Smaller deposits, well, they just don't go as far when rates are higher, and even if you've managed to save a decent amount, the stress tests can make it tricky to get that all-important approval. So, what's actually going on behind the scenes here, huh? For customers, affordability pressure means a few things. Lenders are applying stricter criteria, so you might need a larger deposit or a longer mortgage term, just to bring monthly payments down to something manageable. For some, that might mean pushing a 25-year term out to 30 or even 35 years. It helps on paper, but it also means paying more interest overall. So those trade-offs really matter. And of course, if you're stretching yourself to get on the ladder, there's less wiggle room in your budget. Any rate rise, or even just an increase in general living costs, can start to bite. For lenders, this is a balancing act. They've got to manage the risk of defaults and arrears while keeping within regulatory guidance on responsible lending. No one wants to see borrowers overextended, and with the Consumer Duty framework now in full swing, the focus on fair outcomes and affordability checks is stronger than ever. Lenders are reviewing how they stress test applications, making sure that borrowers can still manage repayments if rates edge up further. It's all about sustainable lending, not just getting deals through the door. And then, of course, we've got the brokers. For brokers, this is where the job becomes about so much more than rates. It's about guiding clients through what's affordable in the real world. Managing expectations is absolutely key, especially for first-time buyers who might be hoping to borrow at the very top of their budget. It's also the perfect time to reinforce the importance of protection planning. If someone's monthly payments already take up a hefty slice of their income, the last thing they can afford is to lose that income altogether through illness or redundancy. This is where good financial advice really earns its keep, helping clients build a safety net that protects not just their mortgage, but their peace of mind. So, to sum up, affordability pressures are rising, borrower risk is edging up, and lenders are tightening their belts. It's not an easy market, but it's not all doom and gloom either. With the right advice and a bit of forward planning, buyers can still make things work, and brokers and lenders can continue to support them responsibly. And if you're listening to this thinking, I could do with a clear-headed chat about my own mortgage or protection plans, then reach out to the Finance Family. Their no-nonsense approach and customer-first ethos mean you'll get advice that's honest, straightforward, and tailored to you. That's all for this week's episode of the Property Pod. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget, you can follow or subscribe for more updates as we continue to track the ever-changing property and mortgage market. Until next time, keep calm, plan ahead, and remember, every challenge in the mortgage world comes with an opportunity to make smarter choices.